Hello, friends and lovers. I got a really good one for us today. This is a brand new action roguelike called Echoes of Mystralia, and it does have a little bit of Hades coding into it, but what's even more interesting to me is the spell building aspect, which we're gonna have to wait a minute to actually observe. So let's go over the basic moveset. You have a dash, a singular dash. You can cast about on this cooldown here. You have one spell where you throw a green disc. It'll come back to you. If you mash the button, it'll do a shorter trajectory and then come back sooner. You also have sort of an ice arrow. I believe it's ice related, that you can get a power shot off just like that. And that's pretty much it for the combat for now, but things get really complex when you start getting what they call modifiers and triggers, which will change up how the spell works. If you ever checked out Magicraft, you might kind of get a similar feeling to that, where you can add things onto these spells, and yeah, the customization is really, really cool. I was very excited when this one came out and to see them do a really good job, honestly, with it. It's fully voice acted, you know. This is just a demo, though, so we don't have the full game yet. It says it's coming out sometime this year, but yeah, I am excited. All right, anyway, just kill these things. Maybe the best thing to do is to kind of throw out a green disc and then charge my ice move or something like that. I don't know. All right, we're getting mystery something or another here. So there's a few different modifiers that we can have here. Critical hit chance plus 20% of foes affected by static. So right now, we do not generate any static, so we'd have to hope to get some later. It is a rare modifier, though. Leaves a trail of lightning that lasts for 1 second and applies 10 static. So you can see static builds up until it casts a chain of lightning at nearby foes. So you'd hope to get this after Shock to Death if I were to do that. Speed up, speed plus 25%. Now, speed is kind of interesting. It does work. It doesn't cost anything. You'll have to wait to see what I mean by that. I guess we shouldn't take Shock to Death since we don't have any static, and for all we know, we will never get any static. But I don't know, speed up is just kind of boring. It would allow us to cast, say, the green disc more often, though. Leaves a trail of lightning. It lasts for 1 second. So that could be good for either of our two spells right now. So here's our, what would you call this thing? Modifier tree or something like that. You can drop that down. They do have a limited number of slots, as can be seen, but now Inner Storm has modified our spell. You can see a description of the spell on the left also. Must return before it can be cast again. So yeah, so now that means when I throw this out there, you can see the static going. I think it would be best on that spell versus the other. All right, this choice, right side is sort of like gold. Left side is, I don't know, you call it like a relic or something, like a passive effect, essentially. So let's go for the passive effect, shall we? So you want to build up the static so that the chain lightning will get cast upon them, essentially. He's going to say, where are the enemies? Oh, God. Immediately took a hit. Immediately took a hit. They have a pretty in-depth story going on, I gotta say. They're trying out there, that's for sure. Deal plus 50% damage while you're at low health, which is under 35%. I hate things that require me to be at low health, honestly. Well, I mean, I'm just not gonna play into it, you know? All right, these are both meta currencies. You'd mostly want these green leaves to begin. I've only done like 4 runs right now, so there is a lot, even in just the demo here, to uncover in terms of meta progression. Like, we're still in the very early stages, so we're probably quite weak to what the character will be like later on. All right, get rid of these casters. Their bullets do actually confound me often. It's nice to throw out the green disc because it'll kind of stagger them while I charge up the other, though. This one, I don't think I recognize this symbol. Might be a type of modifier and or trigger then.
Screaming, wailing, yet their voices distant.
Oh gosh, watch out. The flies, they are trouble, I tell ya. I definitely got far too greedy in my first couple of runs and easily got killed. Like in the first couple of chambers. Just getting used to it all, right? Okay, this is a memory. That's what they call it. Who knew, right? Okay, they're all common. So we got triggers and modifiers. And I'll explain a little bit more about that. So this triggers on a specific instance, you know. Cast a rolling boulder. It's triggered on spawn. So that I would assume that means when I cast and where I cast from one of the spells. That's where the boulder will pop out of. The damage is 25% of the initial thing. Duration is 3 seconds, I see. Solid defense triggered on a kill. Cast 2 orbiting stones around you, blocking projectiles from foes. So when I kill an enemy, it'll give me some orbiting stones. I see. Leaves the earth shaking for 6 seconds, dealing 10 damage and slowing foes by 50%. It's just a modifier, huh? So it's probably kind of like the static shock trail, if I were to guess. Let's try out the rolling stone, though. Now, we can put that here. So modifiers, you can see the small text there. They affect the spell or first trigger above. So if you move this down here, those boulders are going to be the ones that drop the static shock. It is so slow. If you rapidly cast this, you get quite a few boulders, though, huh? I don't know what you would want here. Maybe that is what you want. So if we got some speed, that might actually kind of work, right? That's sort of my thought there. I'm going to leave the static on the boulder for now. Maybe I don't want that. All right, we got the world map here. We can get a rare memory, a rare relic. I kind of like getting the memories are the modifiers and triggers. The relics are the passives. I kind of like just going for these a little bit more, I think. All right, these are 2 meta currencies again. The green leaves are sort of the things that allow you to power up the skill tree. So we're going to go this away. Okay, watch out. So I can modify both spells. I don't think I want to provide a... How much do these rocks do? Like 15, it looks at a glance. Oh, gosh. You got me. I had a little bit of shield from the start of the run. Oh, wow, you're still coming, I see. There is sort of a power shot to the ice arrow. So when it turns golden is when you should release it. Got him. And it does deal like a crazy amount of damage, but it's not something you're going to be casting rapidly. Okay, we got some more green leaves to spend later. That feels nice. We got a relic on the left or sort of a mini boss on the right, which should be the memory, right? How does this work with the world map? I'm actually not even 100%. Okay. We got some elite enemies here. Or at least one elite enemy. Alright, I'm gonna want to stay away from you, huh? My understanding is that we do often get... Whoa. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Stay out of the circle. I think they keep summoning ads. Please tell me I hit it with that. Ugh. It feels like in my trying to get the words out experience, you should focus on the boss here. Oh, you crapper. There we go. Because I think it just keeps summoning ads. That was the words I was trying to say. Although now there's just more ads also. So now I don't know what to think. Gotta watch out for these traps too. Oh, come on. No way you got me with your wacky projectile. Why are there still so many enemies? It definitely feels a lot faster. Wow, that was close. Ugh. Just throw that spell out. I got there and eventually. Each spell can hold +1 focus point. Okay, gotcha. Right side is a heal, I think? I don't remember. I think this is a shop, and I have very little currency, which is the purple one.
I remember the first time I saw
I don't think I've ever been to a fountain here before.
It does look like...
It can't be. Who are we talking to? I don't know. It told me to talk to you, though. All right, we got a small heal. I kind of needed it. Mostly needed it. All right, and we're back at it again. I was hoping to get to a point where we just kind of spam out this spell, and if they're not armored enemies, you can just kind of stagger them in place like so. Now, our green disc, it says it only pierces up to 2 enemies, so if there's too many, it could be a problem. Okay, we got it. We got a new lightning modifier and or trigger. Leaves a trail of lightning that lasts for 1 second. Oh, you can level it up. I've never done that. Duration times 0.6, but the speed goes up by 50%. Cast an oscillating halo of lightning that applies 10 static. Well, the speed is kind of an interesting one here, I think. Now, I don't think the duration is much of a problem, as long as we make sure this goes here. So this way it affects the base spell, but it's not going to affect the rolling stones. Does that mean I want to change where the static comes from? No, I think you'd still leave it on the stones here. So now, it comes back very quickly. I almost got to like check it versus taking the speed off to know for sure. Let me see, is there... Okay, so it just kind of ends up going further away with the additional speed, it seems to me. Okay, so what if I give the speed to the rolling stone then? Well, that mean assumably it'll roll faster, right? But it does reduce the duration as well. It does indeed roll faster. Maybe that's better then, if I were to guess. Especially since we're giving it the static shock as well. Okay. I guess I'll try that. We got sort of another mini boss here already. I guess I chose the elite combats. Oh boy. Don't you dare. We got some werewolves. We got some whatever these things are. The ice arrow still definitely does a lot more damage when you have the time to pull it off. It's just a question of, do you have the time for it? Finish it. Okay, there we go. Some more werewolves, please. Took another hit. Ba, 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 ba. There's no pierce on our icy arrow thing. I'm trying to quickly cast this so we can get as many boulders on this bad boy as possible. It is still building up static shock on it, I'm noticing. Okay. Ugh. Critical chance plus 35% on foes affected by burn. Unfortunately, we do not have any burn. However, this is interesting. Add orbit movement, spawn count +2, duration plus 150. Now that sounds kind of interesting, if I may say so. It's a rare modifier, so you wouldn't want that. So you could have it affect the rolling stone. We could change things around. Oh, the rolling stone. Oh, look at that. That's actually cool. I kind of want to see it if we put that there, though, real quick. This I don't like as much, I think. Because then I have to be, like, close to the enemies and such. I'm not certain, though. I think they're both kind of cool, honestly. And then we still get the thing on the way back and everything. Look at all that static shock. Hell yeah. All right, now things are getting interesting, right? Okay, we can get max health or Watcher's Links. Well, max health is pretty boring. I think we can all agree, so we'll head this way. Looks like we have some kind of friend here. Hello, friend. Oh, this is the only way we can go.
This place was as sacred as it was cursed.
All right. I believe we have an event here for ourselves. I believe I've seen Wolfman before. Engage in the ritual. Level 1, but I lose 20% of my max health. Oh boy. I'll do it once. All right, so now we get a random modifier here, potentially. Adds Pierce +1 on foes affected by freeze. No. Static damage plus 15%. Static targets +1. I understand. Cast Thunder Strikes that deals 40% damage and applies 20 static. Well, let's try Nervous Shocks here. Oh, but how are we going to squeeze this all in? I think it can kind of work with Rolling Stone, right? This is a modifier. These are all modifiers below. So I'm just adding more to the stones. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. Sorry, bud. I'm a-dying. Okay, so the only unfortunate thing is the lightning bolts. Oh, okay. They keep being cast. Oh, wow. Look at all this junk that's appearing now. Okay, okay. They originate from where we throw, which isn't ideal to me, but then like it all lingers about anyway. All right, I'm excited to fight some enemies now. Because again, if you just kind of kite them all back here, they're just going to be walking through a huge mess of junk I'm putting down on the ground. Oh my god, it's disgusting. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. This is going to be another modifier. But our tree is kind of full for that. Our one spell is the only downside here. So I guess it would be nice to kind of like level up some of the modifiers and triggers that we have if we could. Time will tell if we even can. Kind of taking my time since we got some ranged fellas here. And they don't really chase me well. Leave all that static. Kind of let them come to me, maybe. There we go. Woo! Also have the increased duration. How could you? Oh, how did you do that? But how? Okay. Freeze duration plus 30%. Damage plus 30% of foes affected by freeze or trigger and hit. Cast 3 ice fragments around the foe. I wonder if I actually even want the speed when you think about it. Like it might not be that useful, methinks. So this new one, oh, I can't squeeze it in. So I'd have to drop something, either the static or the nervous shocks. If I do this, it has to hit something, though, for the ice to trigger. Cast 3 ice fragments around the hit foe. I think I'd rather have the shock here. So I'll start putting this on the other spell. Alright, heal me. For the love of God. Somebody help me. I call upon thee.
I hope the spirits heard you.
Sick mask. Channel memories, veiled memory, huh?
I did.
We don't know what it does. Transforms into a random memory with 2 focus points, 0 focus points, or 3 focus points. I'll go for the triple dipple and see what we get here. Cast fireballs in random directions. Damage plus 35%. Oh, damage is 35% and apply to burn. Let me look at what that looks like instead of the thunder thing. Where are the fireballs? Do you see them? It should affect the base. Oh, whoops, I didn't have it on. I was going to say. Oh, wow, they keep spitting out everywhere. Oh, gosh, I don't know. The fireball kind of looks cool. Can we agree? Oh, I think I like the fireball. Let me see what this looks like now. When do you get the lightning when I do this? Oh, it has to hit an enemy. So let's swap those two, maybe. Modifier. So you do get a little bit of lightning, but I'm probably not going to be able to make good use of it. I kind of like the look of the fire better, but maybe stacking up more static shock would be wiser. All right, these enemies, you got to like lure into doing a melee move. Oh my god, there's so many things already. And thus they become vulnerable. Okay, one down. In the meantime, they summon flies galore. They have like a double smash move. Oh no, I failed us even. Oh, that was a nightmare. Each spell can hold +1 focus point again. Aww. So now you do have enough for nervous shocks, but I don't actually have the space for it. I was thinking of getting rid of the speed thing, because I don't know if it really does much. Anyway, so I'll swap the two of them. And thus the duration will go up a lot more too. Okay, we'll do that. Can we get a heal before the boss or anything? We cannot. Or maybe we can, I don't know. We are at the boss. Heal? Damage 0.95, speed 1.3. Damage plus 45% while at low health. Cast a small halo, blah, 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 blah. This is a currency. Well, I might as well take the currency for 1. I am at low health, so I guess I'll be taking that, right? I almost wonder where I should put it, but I guess I'm just gonna throw it on this spell. Nothing that'll heal me, huh? 20 health, walking in.
Back at the Guardian's place.
There are some meta upgrades that allow you to heal from walking between the chambers and stuff. I just don't have any of them yet. So the game's not as punishing as it looks probably right now. Can we still do it? We're back. Varachen. Alright, we must kill it. Name of the game for this boss, as far as I can tell. Don't step into the crap. Stay out of the fire kind of thing. Now, the trouble I can quickly see here is making out the difference between my rings and the boss's rings, right? Okay, I kind of want to get close so I can do this. I did take a hit. Oh, and I'm down already. You got me. Oh, you got me bad. Damn. Too bad, huh? We just had a good build and everything. Well, we got some currency to spend. It was a quickie run. I'm tempted to play some more because there's just some cool combos that can happen here, right? But I think this has been a good showcase for what the game has to offer. Not sponsored or anything for this one. It's just a cool, you know, action roguelike. And it seems like they kind of got some of the things down, really. Okay, so this is the big skill tree that we spend Lotus on, so to speak. So we can spend 60, it's expensive, right? To get 10% more move speed. Heal 1% after each encounter. Increase maximum health by 10, also. So 1% now would only be 1 health, but it still probably wouldn't be bad. You know, more of that. Some of these are locked for the demo. There's some big upgrades here, though. Like, you gain 5 resistance while you're at high health. Resistance reduces damage taken by 1% per stack. High health is anything over 80%. I was thinking of working towards this. So we get a memory reroll. And then next, I assume I can't afford this. Doesn't look like some... Oh, yeah, it costs 70. I see. But you gain 5 rage while you're at high health. Or you can swap it to the other side, and you gain 10 rage while you're at low health. I was going to do the high health thing, but... Yeah, I basically spent everything we had already. I don't think I'm going to have enough for anything else. Oh, you can actually reset things. Increases damage from status effects is available there. Or rather, I already have that one. Deal plus 15% damage against foes with full health. You could reset something if you want. Start your adventure with 30 soul beads. That's the currency to spend at shops. And yeah, there you go. But yeah, we got a lot of good stuff to get here. But it would take a bit of work to unlock it all. Can I get this? No, I cannot. Too expensive. Okay, there is a spell or two I did not show off, though, also. Because I did not have it. Unfortunately, I cannot learn this one still. But there's also this spell. Looks like there's, like, locked in demo, right? Looks like there's different variations of it, potentially. Okay, so I want to assign it to somewhere. So this is a different spell that we could try out. You channel a lightning beam. If you channel it for too long, then that happens. You kind of get very briefly stunned. And then you start summoning lightning bolts around you. So it's kind of bad if you get it to full, but also kind of good. So I guess ideally you'd kind of do something like this. Methinks. I think so. Anyway, that's it. That's Echoes of Mystralia. That is the full name of the game. I think so. It's good. It's honestly, I think for a demo, we don't have a release date or anything like this, but it looks like it's going to launch in full, not early access at some point this year. That's what it says on the Steam page, at least. I'm actually pretty excited. It is a good demo at a minimum, and that's always a good sign to me. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I asked for. And I shall see ya in another video.